Cultural festivals are a critical component for preserving the history of a people and renewing their cultural heritage in a fast-changing world. The Issele-Uku people of Delta State are an agrarian society who have traced their roots to the Benin Kingdom, with the annual Ine Cultural Festival attracting sons and daughters from around the world. Ikenna Amechi witnessed the festival and filed this special report.
Nigerians have a history of valorizing their culture through traditional festivals. With 250 ethnic groups of a population of 2 million people, there are many festivals celebrated across the country yearly. For the people of Issele-Uku in Aniocha North local government area of Delta State, the Ine Cultural Festival is arguably the biggest celebration they look forward to every year. This year's edition of the festival, like previous years, started with the arrival of the different chiefs along with their entourage as they danced to the palace of the traditional head of Ezechima clan, Obi of Issele-Uku, Obi Agbodigi Ndoka. A cannon salute rent the air to welcome him before the various stands were taken.
Our cultural life was beginning to be diminished, and so this particular festival is very well encouraged so that the young ones will know that we inherited some. So this is what we inherited from our forefathers, and this is what we must pass on to the generation after us.
It's a period, after the famine period, when there's no food, people were waiting for harvest to come, and after the harvest, that the Obi will now perform a ceremony signifying that the Thye people can now eat new yam. This is part of New Yam Festival.
In keeping with tradition, the young Obi marched out of his palace to greet his subjects, and gunfire again from the Dane guns sounded loudly to add color to the procession. The Obi then proceeds to the Ogwa. The queen, the princesses and their maidens emerge from the palace to the square and remain standing as the Obi receives his chiefs in his Ogwa to perform what is termed Inaka, handshake with Obi. One after the other, the 7 chiefs performed the ritual. Upon completion, the Obi marches again to greet the people, dancing and smiling to the admiration of everyone.
The Ine Cultural Festival of the Issele-Uku people brings together the women, the men, the youths, and the elders to celebrate what they say is another bumper harvest after a successful farming season. And of course, they celebrate their unity and peace and development in this community.
It signifies a period when every one of us should be in peace with each other. You forget whatever has happened. If there was any instance of disharmony, this is the time of reconciliation. Starting with the Obi, who goes into 4 days of, would I call it 4 days of just being inside, praying for every one of us, going nowhere but remain in that place. After that, the end of that 4 days is what we're witnessing today, when we now come together to celebrate the Ine Festival.
It's a tradition thing and very historical, and I believe it's something that we have to, the culture that Issele-Uku people have to maintain. Without this culture, this festival, I don't think Issele-Uku can hold.
There are other aspects of this annual celebration that cuts the eyes. Yes, the weird dressing of some of them. This is one of the uniqueness of the celebration of the Issele-Uku people, who trace their origin to the Benin Kingdom.
It's an opportunity to satirize the culture, satirize various ills in the society, satirize various elements of the society. You see people dress as if they are mad. You see people dress, men dress as if they are women. You see people dress as if they are native doctors. It's all part of the satire that accompanies the Ine Festival.
Perhaps you've always envied the way women work, the way they speak, the way they dress. Today you are free to emulate or to imitate them.
The return of the Obi to his palace marks the end of festivities of this dynasty. Here, the graves of previous rulers in the palace dates back to the 17th century.
Issele-Uku kingdom happened to be the first kingdom created by the Oba of Benin, the first kingdom created outside of Benin. And our culture is similar to that of Benin. So in coming eastwards from the Benin Empire, we came with all the paraphernalia of office from Benin Palace and all the culture and history of our forebears in Benin.
We must promote your culture. We must not throw away our culture. You know, it's not English, but we must remember where we come from and promote our culture. We must not throw it away.
The Issele-Uku people are known for farming. This year's festival lasted for days to attract more tourists and visitors. Ikenna Amechi, TVC News, Issele-Uku.